Hey everybody. Sorry I have not uploaded since Tuesday. Things are, things can get a little overwhelming at times. I just needed a little bit of a break. It kind of sucks whenever you put a lot of work in to a channel and YouTube throttles it so bad. I have insanely high click-through rate on some videos. I have insanely high retention. And one video got 22 views. Why? Had high click-through rate, notifications were sent out, but not very many of them. Not a high percentage. They killed my Wretched Soul video completely. And when I mean they, I mean YouTube, and it's just absolutely YouTube that did it. I'm going and looking through the analytics. There's no signs that it did bad. It had high click-through. It at 10% click-through is really, really, really high. It's very frustrating. But anyway, I had to take a break. I don't know if YouTube keeps throttling these videos like this. I don't know that I can really continue making videos, so I may just do live streams only. Anyway, my live streams are 5 p.m. typically to 7 p.m. I'll probably do one early tomorrow. I'll probably go on at 3 p.m. because of the H3H3 video that's dropping. I don't know that I'll be able to do it today. I'll try and live stream today if I can, even, but we'll see what happens. It just depends on the timing. I got to go to work. Very inconvenient, unfortunately. So I need you guys' support more than ever if this is going to work out. Follow me on X. Follow me on Discord, maybe. I don't know. I want to try and build a community to make sure this doesn't happen, but if I can't do that, then I'm probably going to be focusing more on the horror channel again. Which I'll be uploading a new video here soon as well because I've been having issues with my computer. It's just been one thing after another. Things happen, though. I mean, what are you going to do about it, right? Computer's old. YouTube's on me. All I can do is just keep trying. And if things don't work out, they don't work out. I mean, I'm not that crazy upset by it. It's just if I'm to have it work out, well, I need you guys to have it work out. And if not, then it doesn't work out. Hey, that's cool too, you know, I can focus on other things. Not the biggest deal. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. But I'm just saying, it is what it is. So anyway, I have this here today because Catturd really knows how to make MAGA just look bad. And I like the guy. I like his posts a lot of the time. But when it gets to the ridiculousness of this, and how hard it's like, if you don't agree with Trump, you are the enemy. That's psychotic. Okay? Just to show you this. Most people hyperventilating about every single decision Trump makes couldn't run a hot dog stand. The people you're turning on agree with you, and Trump 85% of the time, and Kamala 0% of the time, yet you're making them into your enemies, you know? And Odds Twins, of course, say he can't handle disagreeing. Life is tough for a cat. And I mean, that is a very cat-like personality, isn't it? Isn't it? You can be so good to your cat 99% of the time. This is why I don't like cats. You mess up one time, and they just hold the grudge against you completely. Dogs are superior. That's a fact. You cannot argue that. Dog's man's best friend, not cats. Speaking of dogs, who's a boy? Are you a boy? He's a boy. I've checked many times. What is it? Yeah, you're a good boy. Anyway, guys, so I just wanted to kind of go through this, you know, and it's like, and just like that, the Uniparty has MAGA arguing amongst themselves, pretty much. And here's the deal, too. With all of this, people have a right to criticize Trump on this Israel and Iran situation, right? I think that it's completely and totally warranted. That being said, I think people need to stop panicking just a little bit on the Iran thing. I will tell you why. Trump has been consistent about Iran since 2011. He said they absolutely cannot have a nuke. I agree with that. They absolutely cannot have a nuke because they are, the Ayatollah, are the type of people that if they get one, they will use it. See, most countries have them as a deterrent. We have them. If you use them, we use them. Iran, they're the kind of people who put vests on. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they care? No, they don't care about mutually assured destruction. They don't care at all. Look at how Iran is right now, too. They're getting destroyed. Every one of their missiles get knocked out of the air. Iran can't do anything to Israel at all. Hardly at all, anyway. And yet, we're destroying the crap out of them. And yet, they're like, well, guess what? We don't care. We're going to go until our very last breath. It's like most countries probably would have been like, okay, we lost this one. Let's minimize the damage to any civilians. But just like Hamas, they're not. They won't back down. Here's the thing. Syria would have backed down more than likely. Afghanistan, they fought hard. Things like that. They didn't have anything, though. They didn't have any WMDs or anything like that. But I'm just saying, most other countries have a little bit of sense, a little bit of like self-preservation. Iran does not. Now, here's where I draw the line, straight up. I will 100% turn on Trump if we get too heavily involved in the Middle East, or if we go after any other countries. Sorry, I draw the line at Iran and Palestine. The reason why? First of all, even though I don't agree with anything going on really in Iran, Trump's been consistent about this since 2011. That's our fault for not really paying attention to it. But here's the deal. If you would have voted for Kamala, Iran would have been gone day one. There would have been no negotiating, and we would have been troops on the ground in Iran. 100%. We know this because they said it. They're not shy about it. So when it comes right down to it, there was no avoiding this. There was no voting anybody in, period, to prevent this. So we do have to understand that. Does Trump deserve criticism for it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does. Absolutely, he does. MAGA doesn't want another war. We're tired of it. We voted Trump in to not get involved with wars. However, he is going after the one and only country that he has specifically gone after in the past. When it came down to the Houthis, that was just self-defense. Hey, you attack our ships, we blow you up. No problems with self-defense, period. I don't care which country does it. I don't care if it's China. If China starts bombing our people at all, they deserve to get a nuke directly into the middle of Shanghai. I don't care. Okay? That's self-defense. This Iranian thing was not self-defense. But again, Trump was clear about it. We knew he would do something like this because of the way he's been talking about it since 2011. So again, it's actually more on the voter than it is on Donald Trump himself. And I didn't think he would do it. I don't know why I didn't think that, because when I go back and look through all his tweets about Iran, there's absolutely every indication that he was going to do something about Iran. I was a little blind to it. Again, that's more my fault and more your fault than it is really Trump's fault, because we didn't pay attention to it. Now, some of you guys agree with what Trump's doing. And, that I guess to each their own, right? To a degree, I'm so half and half on it, because it's like, yeah, they can't have a nuke. The only issue is I'm in the dark. I don't know how close they were to a nuke. I don't know if they were ever going to make a nuke. It could have all just been morally grandstanding, going, oh, well, we're going to get a nuke and we're going to do this, right? I don't know. I really, really don't know. It sucks. The situation sucks. That's the fact. But if you go and look at what's going on in Iran right now, the people are totally against the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah came in, what was it, 1978 or 1979? One of those 2 years there. And they completely took over a very peaceful Iran. Whenever the 6-Day War happened in Israel, and all those Afghan countries attacked, Iran stood down. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. They were a very peaceful country. Their women wore shorts, t-shirts, and no hijab or anything. A woman last year was... how do I describe what happened to her? She let her hair out of her hijab. And the men the government destroyed her on the street corner in front of everyone. I don't like that that exists on this planet at all. That bothers me badly. You let her hair out. Like, how do countries like that exist? I wish we could do what we're doing to Iran right now, to North Korea and China. I do wish we could, and just set these people free. It is sad to me that there are these prisons that exist like this, especially in China. China is such a horrendous place. North Korea too, obviously. But at the same time, who are we to tell the citizens what they can and can't have, right? Iran has had every opportunity to really handle this themselves too. They should have fought back. They should have freed their own country. China should be freeing their own country. North Korea should be freeing... Well, North Korea, never mind. North Korea is the only country that gets an exception because their people are so malnourished and so horribly treated, they couldn't possibly fight their way out of a paper bag. If a paper bag came around them, they would probably just lay there and suffocate. They have no strength, no energy. That sucks for North Korea. They have effectively shut that country down. It sucks. It sucks. I don't know. I'm one of those people who can just admit, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good situation we're in or not. I don't know if it's a bad situation or not. And I can freely admit that. Most other people right now are jumping to conclusions. Trump really could screw this up. That's an absolute fact. Trump also could completely redeem himself. Maybe after this Iran thing, he pulls everyone out of the Middle East. Maybe Iran becomes a prosperous country again. They become a straight ally to Israel. It could be Israel's absolute strongest ally next to the United States. Coming up in the future. I don't know. It depends on the people there, how they feel about this. Because once the dust settles, we'll be able to find out exactly how the people feel about the United States and Israel. And if those people truly actually did support their government and we've just been fed propaganda, we're gonna find out. And if that's the case, this is Trump's biggest mistake he's ever made. And I will happily say that out loud, as I am now. I'm not a crazy like Trump supporter like that. I love Trump. I love everything he's doing. Okay? I voted for him twice now. Not 3 times, twice. I voted Gary Johnson the very first time. Because I believe Trump was just part of the establishment with Hillary Clinton. Because he went to all her parties. He's engaged with all the same people. And he very well still could be that today. But here's a fact that everybody needs to get in their head right now. If Kamala or Joe Biden were president today, Iran would have been invaded by the United States. That is an absolute fact, and the left knows it. They talk about it. Their forever war plan they've been a part of. Come on, this literally, how can you sit there and tell me that Joe Biden doesn't have a history of this, right? If you're a leftist. Look at Obama. His entire 8 years he spent bombing the Middle East. More than Bush ever could have dreamed. He carried on Bush's plans flawlessly. And Joe Biden was the vice president, who also stood by all of it. It's just psychotic to even suggest that Joe Biden, who was a part of it, and his vice president wouldn't have done the same thing. Trump was the only option we could have voted for to prevent it. And it didn't work because there was a 50-50 shot, really. Actually, way less than a 50-50 shot. Trump also talked about doing it. But again, the reason why I believe Trump to be better is very, very simple. Very simple. Trump is not planning on, nor has he stated that he's planning on, getting involved in the Middle East further than this. He also has a history of pulling out of the Middle East, unlike the other people. So there you go. Now, to just kind of go through, he's saying, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Wrong thing. Most people hyperventilating about every single decision Trump makes couldn't run a hot dog stand. But the thing about it is, I already had this pulled up. That's right. Ignore the panicins, trust Trump. It's just always like with Catturd, if you ever go against Trump, he is immediately on your bad side. Or you're on his bad side, I should say. Not the other way around. I mean, it depends on the people, I guess, right? Anyway, never trust these people who turned on Trump at the drop of a hat. This person saying, you know what is appropriate? A prime speech from Trump, President Trump telling us, the taxpayer, what the H is going on, and why all of a sudden we are on warp speed to war when our own D&I director says they have no nukes and the program stalled in 2003. You know, these people aren't turning on Trump. They're like, I just want some facts. I understand. The only thing I could say to Trisha Hope here is it's way too early for facts. We're in the middle of a classified possible war. Obviously, it is unrealistic to expect any information at this time. So I will patiently wait. I'll give it no more than 6 months for a full-fledged explanation and everything going on. Any longer than that will get frustrating because I think that's way outside of the norm. And if the war if this drags on any longer than that too, then it just goes to show the incompetency as well of Trump. I will happily state that as well. This should be over in a few weeks maximum. But I will happily give 6 months because I think every president is due that at least. The guy's got 4 years whether you like it or not. So we have to kind of expect that and accept it. There's no way around it. So, guys, all I'm going to say is I'm going to kind of stand in between Catturd here and everyone else and say, hey, Trump deserves the benefit of the doubt for now. He's only been president for a few months. We need to see where he's going to go. We should put our trust in Trump for now, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't question some of his methods, especially when they're not exactly what we, the Trump supporter, expects. Patience is key, guys. That's all we can do is be patient. And also call out Catturd for being just absolutely brain dead on this issue, too. And just freaking out anytime anyone says anything negative about Trump, he's got to come out a swinging. That's psychotic. You are making us look like a cult. That's crazy. We don't do that. We're not the left. We don't follow in lockstep with every single thing. We question things. We look at other sources. We look at left-wing sources too. Just to, make sure we're not in a bubble. We do that. That's our party. That's what we do. The left does not. The left refuses to look at any sources outside of their own. And they absolutely follow in lockstep with every single thing. Let's not do that with Trump. That's all I have to say about it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later.